Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Good Morning Soul. And today, I'm going to be talking about something that was like my ultimate passion before YouTube and still kind of is my ultimate passion. It's just like kind of like my other passion now. And that is writing. Writing is something I did throughout my entire teenage years and throughout even like part of my middle school. Like as a kid, like I wrote like a lot of fan fiction just in notebooks, and that kind of led to me writing original projects, and that led to me writing original books. In once I finally had a laptop, I was able to type it out. So I wrote books. Before I graduated high school, I'd written like 4 books, and that's not even like the big thing. Like I really have like 5 books, but one was like halfway done, but that book was like 1,000 pages long, so it like never like got finished because I had like way too many high things I was doing with that. And I was like, hey, like I could like finish like an entire book in the time it takes me to get like through a section of this book, and that's what I did. And then I was like, then I was like, I should also write a sequel, and then I did that twice. And then I wrote another original idea, so I never came back to that first book. But with these books, like I have sent them to publishers. I haven't sent them to as many publishers as I should have. And I think a part of that is because like when I look at like the book publishing world, it's really hard to like get a book published, and it's really hard to like try to get someone to spend money on your idea when the only other ideas that are getting like published are like knockoffs of like already existing books, or things that are just like really unoriginal. Like I could just write a vampire book, like, and that would take it off, which I actually did start like a weird little vampire series, which I think I'll do something with that one day. But like I have like at least like 50 other ideas that are just like in this like realm in my mind, just like back burner, like one day maybe. But even those stories, like all of the stories I have ever written, are kind of weird, and that's kind of what I want to talk about today. Like it's so like hard to like make a fictional book and like make everything about it, like, and develop characters for it and develop all these storylines, and then like I'll try to describe it to somebody. I'm just like, how do I describe this? And that's the thing. Like so many great stories, it's like if you try to get someone into like Attack on Titan, like you'll be like, okay, there are giant fucking humans and they eat people, and they are trying to get in this like area that the humans live in, but it's like that sounds weird, but like you might be into it because you know a bunch of other people are into it, and that like there's this giant cult behind the show. Whereas with a book, I have to be like, I'm the guy who wrote this, and I stand for everything in this, and everything in this came from my mind, and like there's no like cult of people to like be the cushion below the strange idea. So I'm just stuck with like a strange idea, and that doesn't like I can't get anywhere with that. So like I'll try to like the few publishers I've sent this to, I'll try to like do my best, but I'm like, I really don't know how to describe this to you, like without just telling you like not only like the big spoiler of the book, but like tell you like how everything works, which like will make it less of a reading experience. And not only that, like I have to like kind of normalize it to an extent. Like I have to like give them words they can easily understand, like words that they're going to like that will pop in their mind as they're like tossing through like 100 other like manuscripts that they were sent that day. But yeah, I don't know like if that like discourages me from like writing like books that are weird. Like, I don't even think my books are like weird. I just think they're like, they have like kind of unique concepts that are like kind of hard to explain. Like, and whenever I try to explain them to like an everyday person, like I'll like tell my friends and family about them, they don't end up reading them. So the idea, I'm already like, oh well, I guess I didn't sell them on that because they don't want to fucking read it. That or they're just fucking assholes to me, I don't know. But whenever like I delve into the topics, they're never like, oh, that's just really weird. They're just kind of like, oh, okay. So I'm like, I was like, where do I find the balance? Because if I make it weird, I can make it interesting. But if I make it too weird, they're gonna be like, oh, well, I don't know. Like when people are just closed-minded in general, just closed-minded motherfuckers. Like I don't know what to do when that happens. And I've never been able to sell my I've never been able to sell my work to anyone. Like I've never been able to just like be like, hey, you should read this. This is what it's about. And then like they'll be like, yeah, let me read it. I've had like 2 like other people ever like fully read my like book. One of them, and I didn't even talk about it with them, so I don't even fully know like what they read. Like they could have just skimmed through it for all I know and just kind of like gave me a bullet point and then like used that for like the conversation. And then when I would press them kind of farther about it, like it didn't really go anywhere. So maybe no one's ever read my books. And you know, I wrote these in my teenage years, so I'm not like, now that I'm an adult, I'm not like so attached to them that I get hurt about that. But I still want these to be like seen by people, and I don't want to like self-publish or like publish like through Amazon, like the ebook thing that they got going on, because like I still want to try to get these fully published. But like if enough years pass that like I'm like, okay, hasn't gone anywhere, if I send them to enough publishers, then I'm like, fuck it, I'll just put it out there. And I can always just narrate them myself and put them on YouTube. Like that's always an option, but I just like I don't know if I want to do that, like because I'd much prefer to have like an actual book in like stores. That would be like a dream come true. I've had literal dreams where that's happened, and like I literally cried in my like I remember waking up and crying after I had a dream where I had my book published. And that's how sad I am. But again, I'm never gonna get these published unless I kind of like normalize them, or if I can like find like a good way to like get people to get into them. And none of them, like, by the way, they're all just like fantasy, they're all just like action adventure stuff. But like it's the same thing with like shows like Attack on Titan, or like with like if you try to describe Dragon Ball, like someone like if you had never heard of Dragon Ball in your life and then someone just like wrote a book like and that was Dragon Ball, like that shit's not gonna get published. But yeah, that's today's thoughts. Let me know down below what you guys think. I'll see you tomorrow again, and until then, with that, I leave you.